Hey, this is Zero at PGzoneHD, and I'm bringing you my 17th custom toy box for Disney Infinity, and I'm recording this commentary on September 24th, so the game's been out now for 5 weeks, and I've spent many hours in this toy box building different types of racetracks. This one took me about 9 hours, 8 hours to build, and another hour to test it and just kind of move some things around. And I've even built a few things that I haven't shown here on this channel because they didn't quite turn out very good. And I told you guys either last week or the week before that I had something in mind that I felt was going to turn out pretty good, and this was it. And one of the last comments for the video that I uploaded last night, just showing a quick race here on this track, said it best. This track is a beast. And I'm first going to be showing you the different layers of what it looked like as I was building it, and then at the very end of this video I'm going to show one more race with no commentary using the retro background theme. I disabled the sky changer so that I could use just the retro theme for this one race, but if Disney ever manages to accept this track or any of the other dozen that I've submitted to them, the background should shift once a lap. And I really like that hologram Tron track that I created like 3 or 4 weeks ago. The Mega Man pixel art one that I did a couple weeks back, that one was pretty good. Aladdin's Palace, the last one that I uploaded, that one was pretty good. But this toy box I feel is far better than anything that I've shown so far. When I finished this track, I ended up racing around it for like an hour because I was just having so much fun going the different routes. And I was racing around the track and I was just kind of thinking to myself that I was just shocked. I couldn't believe that I was able to build this type of a track and make it work and make it look this good. There's 4 things that make this track really stand out. Number 1, there's 2 finish lines for it, with the second one being directly underneath the one that's up top. This was the first time that I've used 2 finish lines, and it works exactly like you would expect it to. You can't start the race from the one that's down below because that part of the track is not connected to the main piece. However, once the race starts, if you pass through it down there, it will change the laps, and you can also finish the race down there as well. There's no delay or anything like that. What happens is the game reads it as if you were crossing the finish line up top. Technically, there doesn't even have to be a track down there. You just have to cross the finish line and it just reads it as if you were up top. So that's pretty cool. Number 2, there's 5 different paths to the finish line, and all of them are really fun to travel through. For anybody that hasn't watched any of my previous tutorials, I have explained in videos in the past that the game will only allow you to travel but so far away from that main track before it resets you back to the track. So you can't just put these branching paths, really far away. They have to be within a certain distance, and that distance is not that far. So the fact that I was able to fit that many paths under the terrain and around it and on top of it and not have it turn out looking like a big jumbled mess was pretty impressive. It did take a lot of brainstorming and tweaking pieces of the terrain and the track to get this all to work, but it does work perfectly. No matter where I go on this finished track, it does not reset me unless I drive just off in the distance or off the course. There is one small area that's down below the terrain when you're heading towards the second finish line that's underneath that the game would not allow me to fill in with terrain or walls. So I couldn't put anything there. Even though I should have been able to, the game just would not allow me. I was getting that red indicator, so I couldn't even put a fence or anything down there. But it doesn't look too bad, so not a big deal. Number 3, this is the first track that I built in which the computer actually has the advantage. The Rainbow Road track, which is the main track that goes around it, is the fastest way around. So when you take the paths that branch off down below or up top, it actually makes the race somewhat more challenging to beat the computer. And most surprising of all, the computer can actually navigate the Rainbow Road track really well. They aren't falling off the track and they're not running into walls. They can zip around there. And finally, the 4th reason that I really like this track is that it's easy to navigate. You're not heading through real tight corners, and if you do fall off the track, it's really easy to get right back on. And the more difficult turns that are in here do have some barriers up. So there you go. This is my favorite track that I've built. I'm not sure I can top this one. I submitted it to Disney with the title Best Race Ever in hopes that they would at least look at it. The stuff that they uploaded this week in the shared toy box, in my opinion, wasn't very good. It wasn't even good enough for me to show it to you guys. I'd love for you guys to be able to check out at least one of the tracks that I built, but who knows if that's ever going to happen. Now, with all that out of the way, just one last thing that I wanted to discuss with my subscribers before I show you guys the race. I know a lot of you guys on this channel may not know who my friend is that I've done dual commentary with a lot on my ReviewZoneHD channel. He goes by the name Sick in my videos, and he has his own channel that he's been doing some car stuff on, which is Mater Car Club. He's also the person that I did all the two-player races with on the Cars 2 game here on this channel, and we've been discussing doing a channel together for a really long time. I think we're both going to cover Dark Souls 2 when it releases next year, but we've been discussing doing a Cars 2 channel as well, and he's already opened it up and started doing some videos for it. So we are going to be doing some dual commentary Cars 2 races, which is the first time we've done that, and we'll most likely do some split screen racing here on this game over the next few weeks. So I'll be sure to let you guys know more about that once we start getting the videos uploaded on there. I'm thinking it's going to be December before we really start getting a lot of the videos up. As far as what I'm going to be doing this week here on this channel, my wife did build a monster truck track that I can show to you guys. I'm also going to try to build one of those as well, which is something that I've wanted to do for a while. So that's what's going to be coming up later this week. So stay tuned for that. Hope you guys enjoy this race. This is Zero at PGzoneHD, and as always, thanks for stopping by.